Alright, everybody, welcome to another race in the ALTTPR Casual Boots Tournament 2025. We are in the round of 32 right now, and this is game 2 between Thalane and Phyrie. And my name is Ravis, and I'm joined by Cleomos today. Hello. Alright, we're about to start here. And there we go. So Casual Boots, I mean, up to this point, probably everybody has seen it, but just if you aren't in the tournament or around the tournament yet and you're new here, this is Casual Boots. We're having a standard escape, we're having a sword and boots at the start. We play 7 crystals to get into Ganon's tower and to beat Ganon in the end.
Alright, I see Thalane doing his... Oh, and Phyrie doing a map check.
Did you catch what's up there?
I did not. I just noticed the map check, but luckily we have a wonderful tracker with us today. Bring a smile to it. I believe they will be doing all of the button clicking for us.
Yeah, thanks in advance for that. Mm-hmm. We would be screwed without you.
Yeah. We have told Thalane this many a time that he should not be doing a map check in Escape, so we can't get the 455. But such is life. I really can't argue with Thalane's results though, because he is a German champion. Won multiple German tournaments. I believe also he won League. I think season maybe 1 or 2.
I think both seasons.
Yeah, both 1 and 2. So he kind of knows what he's doing. But you know what the best time save is to get a 455 or actually like a 420? I don't know, or something. We got the mirror. Suddenly we don't have to go do the entirety of the escape sequence. We can just warp back with the mirror with Zelda Cell.
Yeah, the uncle already gave us some bombs, so we don't even need to look for resources for now.
That's great.
So we can just focus on escape here. And yeah, Phyrie took game 1. Saw the lane a little bit in a pressure situation, having to win this game, or otherwise he's going to be out. So I think, we're going to have a quick escape, as you mentioned, with the mirror. It's gonna be interesting to see if we find like a glove on the way, so we could, in theory, think about a mountain dip or something rather early on.
Yeah. As you mentioned, for those of you who didn't catch game 1, Bumper Ledge ended up kind of playing devil's advocate for both of these guys. Phyrie was the first one to check Bumper Ledge, so ultimately that gave him the win. And some more bombs in Zelda Cell. Which is super nice to see. Yeah, both of them very recognizing that the mirror will save them boatloads of time. We are already off to the throne room under 3 minutes.
Yeah. It's roughly like a 50-second time save.
Yeah, it's I don't think you can get sub 4 even with the mirror. And maybe with some better other equipment like fire rod or hammer or something. I'm not sure. Maybe some people in chat can make an estimate. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a sub 4 in Casual Boots Escape.
You can get a sub 4 if you if you just skip the back of Escape, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Then
well, that's cheating. We can't do that.
I would not be smart, but it's possible.
It is. You're right.
The
thing that's
jokes aside, I mean, having the mirror early is always welcome for general routing. Makes it easier to go just from Hype Cave later if we get Dark World access at some point towards Village, or the other way around. You will not ever worry about K45. You will check that on the way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course, mirror, as you mentioned, does make things a lot more efficient when we get into Dark Worlds. Gives us also more checks. If we especially go to a place early, we can just get everything between Light World and Dark World. And of course, being able to warp out of dungeons, also some incremental time save there. There's no mirror scroll, pseudo mirror, whatever. So we need the real mirror in order to, let's say, navigate pod. 410 looks like 415.
Yeah, it is pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
And 419 on Phyrie side.
Yeah. Looks very, very nice. All right, so we'll see what these guys end up doing. Not sure if they subscribe to a particular, let's say, like classic set route for themselves in terms of play, but this seems pretty straightforward so far. Yeah, an early ice rod. We'll see what Turtle Rock ends up being. Typical indicators would say that once you see an ice rod this early, this free, it is a pendant. However, the game can be super kind to us and still give us to make it a crystal, so we don't have to hunt for this ice rod later.
Yeah, nice tree pull here. Getting the red rupees early, so we are not in any pressure situation, at least for CAC.
Yeah, I just see Thalane doing a second map check just to make sure that we didn't leave any knowledge behind. Yeah, of course, we also did check Schrodinger's lumberjack ledge. Once you check it, it's nothing. But once you don't check it, it is something.
Yeah.
So you have to check it.
Yeah, casual boo is one of the modes where it's more likely that you're just gonna check it since you have the boots and the sword already. So it's like half the equipment, more or less.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I certainly have seen people in maybe like open seeds or something like that. They don't want to go check lumberjack until they get the boots because you can't really claim the item unless of course you have the boots. But in this case, yeah, casual boots, we start with a lot of equipment, boots and a sword, pretty close to Aga as you said. So very and yeah, once we kind of get up to the normal. Go check Bon Crocs. You're kind of already halfway there. You could always, of course, delay this in order to go to the mountain. But I'm seeing actually a little bit of divergence now with Phyrie going over to Ice Rod Cave using a very nice not fake flipper, water walk state out of Lost Woods.
Yeah, a little bit of divergence. Hopes to maybe find a flute or something. Or potentially a glove and a hammer or something like that. And then, the moment you go CAG, you immediately go Darkwood too.
Yeah. Certainly, it's not, I would say, common what Phyrie's doing, but it is certainly something that I've seen people do. And yeah, as you said, going straight over to Kakariko does have its benefits in that there's a lot of checks in Kakariko. But on the other hand, if you can find a bottle, a flute, anything else, better items, maybe even another piece of Dark World access, you can go into Village of Outcast directly, like after you do CAC. It'll save you a good amount of return trip time.
Yeah, it looks like Phyrie is going the entire South Shore, probably towards Agina in the end.
Yeah, and we're kind of seeing also one of the maybe potential drawbacks or potential delays of rushing South Shore versus what the lane's doing now, right? He has a lot of money from Kakariko, in addition, of course, to the tree pull. So he's going to have Zora money when he goes over there, coupled with the flippers, that he's going to be able to get a bunch of stuff there. All kind of depends.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to say, like, if there's something in Zora, then that means the lane's going to have an early advantage, but if there's not, it's just going to be some time wasted.
Yeah, and since the flute is in CAC, right, like, the play that Phyrie tried to make is, like, unfortunately, like, not the best, or, like, not the correct one, since you would just want to have the flute early. And,
right.
It is in CAC itself, so the lane can just fly to the south and doesn't need to, like, do any, like, water walk shenanigans, or just running down there, so... But Phyrie still with this routing still somewhat efficient, since we doing the entire South Shore in like one go. Like there are people who split it up in like mini Mordor Cave and Ice Road Cave and maybe the dam in Agina. But this way you get it all in one go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're actually going to do the full arc all the way from Ice Rod Cave to Agina. Not often you get to see this.
Yeah. Alright, but so far we have only seen a glove in the South Shore. Obviously we need that, but it's not really telling us anything about where we should go next. We're probably gonna see something like Sahasrara next, or maybe someone is gonna go mountain early. But I assume Sahasrara is a little bit more likely since we maybe want to find a hammer to enter east side, or maybe find a fire rod or a lamp to at least be able to fully clear Hera, since this is a red crystal as well.
Yeah, and kind of going up the mountain just for Hera right now. While yes, as you said, it's a crystal, it's even a red one. It's a dungeon that we can complete. But then yeah, you might be leaving something behind, and also you don't really have any more mountain access without a hammer or a hookshot. So maybe you want to try and maybe hedge your bets a little bit and wait it out.
Yeah, and one good thing about the current equipment that we have is, since we have flute and glove, like it's not too bad to just go to Saha, and if you have to go eastern still at some point, you just flute back to 5, and with the glove we can already like use the stone, so we don't lose too much time by like going more or less back to Saha and then from there, if we don't have the glove.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like not really a risky play or anything to like, you double dip this area or anything like that. I also find the flippers meanwhile, so that's probably at least gonna be mean hobo for the lane here, and we might even farm some money potentially. I would assume no.
Yeah, we're kind of at that threshold where it's only 20 rupees per entry, so it's actually a bit of a time investment. Like if it were the 50 rupee cave, like I could certainly see him be more incentivized to do so. And yeah, it looks like he's just gonna go.
Yeah, we're just gonna take the free water walk to Hobo. If we need money, we have a glove.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe Hobo just has 100 rupees, 50 rupees. We can scrounge up a little bit of extra cash. And of course, with the flute, we have a pretty fast way back over to Zora. We just flute to 8 and then dive in the water. So not going to be the end of the world. Maybe thalane will want to do something like go over to the Zora area on the earlier side. 1, it's in logic, but also 2, there is Waterfall Phyrie as well. Okay, you know what? It's not 50, but I'll take fake boots.
Yeah. So 54 rupees for the lane is what he wants to see, at least in Saha. Like if there's no hammer or hookshot, at least somehow 50, like at least 54 rupees in total.
Yeah, with hammer hookshot, the mountain looks extremely appealing. We have a lot of stuff that we can overdo to Hera, as we've seen earlier, that we can already do now, but then we combine it with Paradox, which is 7 more checks up there, and Spiral, of course. I'll get another bottle. Is that a good bee?
That bee could be a golden bee. That would be 100.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't see if it was. It is.
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna do it.
What? Literally, I think that's exactly what the lane is doing, and we have already activated the flute, which means that this bee cannot possibly get distracted by the weather vane. So
exactly,
the lane can in fact very confidently sell his bee. That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah, important, this golden bee. And you could have gone to Waterfall Cave, I guess, and check if there's also a bee, like a golden bee that you get from the Waterfall Ferry, if like this would have been a normal. But that, you would have like gone back and forth more or less.
Right.
And there's the hammer.
Yeah. All right. That is our second Dark World piece. Oh wait. Okay.
That's the magic bat cave, I guess, today. But like the other one, the one with water, I guess. I don't know.
This is one of the reasons why you potentially want to go pick up at least 1 magic decanter and escape for situations like when you get magic bat access, and then now suddenly you're scrambling to go see where your magic source is.
Yeah, also we saw 300 rupees on Zora Ledge, which is kind of funny.
Okay.
I assume the lane is actually going to pick that up because, if you're suddenly getting a bow somewhere, and you might wanna check pot out at some point.
Okay, we're just gonna forget about the 20. It's not worth our time, especially when we're gonna spend all this extra time getting 300.
Exactly.
I was actually wondering, since I think we saw tier 2 tree pull, maybe that was 80 rupees. I don't know if we wanted to try and make an attempt for that, because it's not like money is like super
they
rare,
could, but like where is the question? And
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We have the flute, like it's very awkward, I guess. Maybe Dark World in front of Hype Cave or something, but you don't know if like you need the money somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna check that first. Interesting. That powder. I understand. You get into that. When you get into that waterfall cave and you get that hammer and you get that powder, it's like that's kind of suspicious.
I would have been rushing here, just like the lane is doing. But as you said though, with the hammer, with where Phyrie is right now, there is a lot of more checks that we can open up, potentially for our pearl. Only 20 rupees on Magic Bat, unfortunately. And if that were the pearl, I would have been ecstatic.
Yeah, it would be crazy. Oh, but we have green pendant swamp, pendant mire, and red crystal ice. So we might have a non-hookshot seed in theory.
Yeah, I don't know what Phyrie's covering capabilities are. I know that thalane is certainly very capable of it. I don't know if he necessarily feels so confident in that he's just going to completely bypass the hookshot altogether. But we'll see what ends up happening. And yet, as Chad has pointed out, Turtle Rock is surprisingly a critical. So we're just gonna get that ice rod for free today.
Yeah.
Maybe that. Yeah.
We got the big key here, so we can continue.
Yeah. Yeah. No basement quite yet. And not that we can actually go to the basement because we don't have a fire source. Yeah, but thalane with his hammer, rescuing Old Man technically out of logic, because we don't have the lamp yet. But we're just gonna go check it anyway. And yeah, so my guess is he's gonna follow what Phyrie's doing and go clear Hera, and then unless Phyrie finds the hook shot, we're probably gonna see some new territory forged on by thalane.
Yeah, Phyrie probably hoping for some money. That's why it's so important for someone to check like what's the actual beat that I got, right? Like thalane play it safe. Ooh, there's a fire rod, so we can do the basement.
Great.
Like it's better to play that Zora area, right? Because you can quote unquote fulfill the area, having a chance to get something for the mountain, which you can you know in a bad situation can only partially clear. And it paid out. Got him the hammer. And Phyrie, as far as we know at least, if the Moon Pearl is not going to be up here, has to dip again and gets knocked by Moldon. Because we don't have the hammer on his side, meaning we have a vanilla fight here.
Yeah, the NMG fight is is not an easy task. You've already seen how many hits is it? 6 hits for Moldorm?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, versus 2 for the hammer. It's not like the hammer has this like shield defensive property where you can't get knocked off, but the fact that you only have to do 2 hits and Moldorm's not enraged makes it much easier for you to stay on.
Yeah.
3 hits, sorry, yeah.
Alright, this is the one. Alright.
Right, yeah, Sword Out is really a much more defensive play. We don't want to get knocked off again.
For one time on Moldom, you don't want to have that happen, and we're gonna see a way quicker fight on the lane side. I'm saying that, but I assume, you know, there's no commentator's curse today.
Yeah, you can't curse him. Yeah. Oh. He also here on 2 hearts, by the way, which is a little scary. It's fine, just in case, because he can take a hit without anything really happening. But yeah, with 3 hammer whacks and some extra cash, we can go for Zora twice. Yeah, so Phyrie finally confident enough that he can afford his major purchase. He's gonna do all those water checks that he got with the flippers. Yeah. Still looking for that pearl? So it has to be here, I think.
I mean, it doesn't have. It could be Eastern.
Oh right.
But it's rather probable to be.
I forgot about Eastern Palace. Eastern without the bow is one of those places where I think at least I've seen a lot of runners just last locate in the light worlds. It's seems like something that they just always avoid.
Yeah, I mean, specifically, this is Pendant Eastern, right? Like.
Oh, yeah, yeah, even more so.
Like 2 out of your 3 items could simply be lamp locked, or like at least bow and lamp locked, since we have the fire rod. So it's like not a really appealing play to make.
Right, right.
But
Yeah,
you know,
and
that's why it's maybe such a good play, because it's like looking like a bad play. You know, like sometimes it is the
oh
opposite.
no. This is when you gotta start to either metagame yourself or your opponent. It's like, well,
Yeah.
uh, it's so good it's bad, but it's so bad that it's good, maybe? And then, yeah, you start
Kind
running
of.
yourself in circles. Yeah, well, we're in certainly a very healthy situation. Not, and again, there's certainly a number of hard containers in the pool, but this early
Oh
doesn't
no.
seem that common.
Okay.
Oh yes, okay. We got a bow, and we got a hammer, and we got a pearl. Going to pod.
I probably should do that. Like, there's not really anything that's gonna make pod really faster. Like, sure, a lamp would be nice. Sure, I don't know, a better sword would be nice, or silver arrows. But you might just have mids in this dungeon. You want to have mids before going to village in this one.
Well,
Or
we're
you prove
gonna
me
just go to the
wrong.
village. That's fine. That's fine.
Exactly, because you can clear Scale Woods and Thieves Town, and then go south, go Hype Cave,
Right,
and wait for
I
her.
forgot. And I forgot we have not only pod as a clearable crystal dungeon, we have probably something a little bit easier, as you mentioned. Like, and I do kind of sometimes forget this. Pod is made much safer and faster if you do have that lamp. Now, I think we have enough health to probably make do, especially with that fire rod
I
as well.
think
But
I think
yeah.
the reason why the lane just wants to go there is he's probably just gonna do Skull Woods here and decide then what to do. Like probably going back to village then at this point. But if he finds mids, like I can see him, you know, flying away from the back if two items happen to be in the back here somewhere.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you know, having done you know, an easy crystal for now. Or maybe even without the mids, because like you know, you kind of wanna have the mids when you have that flute already. You can do the Smith Gen really quickly. So timing of that would be nice. And I think again, like port, sure, there's like small things that can be done faster, like with a cane, for example, or again a lamp. But we are talking about a level right now where these spot runners should easily handle port with this equipment.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I like, and they already have the mirror as well, which is one of the bigger items also for pod routing, so you don't have to keep death warping, especially on this health. Kefka also maybe bring up a little bit of a sore spot for both of Phyrie and Thalane. Yes, game one was decided by no one checking bumper ledge until almost last location, or if not the last location. We'll see. This isn't really like a walk out of Skullwood situation. Maybe it is, depending on what the lane wants to do. Yeah, but the lane having the hammer first, we can already see him basically to the back of Skullwoods already, giving him a little bit of extra lead. Mainly because Phyrie has to come back to do Paradox, and in order to do Paradox with only the hammer, you have to go through the mirror route, which is a little bit slower than if you have the hook shots. Right, the lane using the hammer.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared. Okay.
Oh, clutch. Clutch lane. Okay.
Somebody was gonna die, and I'm glad it was the monster.
And Morphulas is like, here, you almost died. Take this. You can delay your death.
Oh, right. The lane does have a fairy. Okay, that might be explaining why he's playing a little bit more aggressively. Fairy.
I think he would have done it regardless. Like, as long as you like try to be in control in the Morphula fight, and Morphula isn't going extremely bananas, you should be doing well with the hammer.
Right.
Because it's just also more dangerous to like make these small hits, because you extend the fight automatically, right? Just by the number of hits that you have to take.
Right.
But yeah, everybody has their own strats, I guess.
Yeah. And the lane also very accomplished MG runner as well.
Exactly.
But this isn't quite MG equipment for what it's worth. But
no, but typical early game rando equipment for Morphula.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's the second
you
item.
also see this. Yeah. Okay. Well, we didn't get anything. I guess maybe we did get Burna. So that does
Yeah.
open up Spike Cave in terms of logic. Nothing really else to talk about. Do you have a mushroom and Hype Cave? Okay, Thalane also is. Looks like he's decided to
Someone
North Dark
learned.
World. Oh, hilarious. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh. So,
Monkas. Okay.
Lily's really putting that fairy into on deck position here multiple times. Yeesh.
All right.
Okay, yeah, it looks like also
we're gonna Northern Darkwood versus Pod. So I don't like too much that Phyrie is going this way to Pod because you could like use the lamp and just flute to 5 at some point. So I kind of feel like that's like just those are like screens that you really don't need to take, and it's just fast.
Oh my gosh, though
I mean,
North Dark
technically not
World.
needed for but that is a big item to find, specifically if there's progression behind it. Because
Yeah.
Graveyard Ledge, in my opinion, is probably the worst hookshot spot in the game if you're playing like non-keys. Like
Yeah.
I personally think it's worse than being in Swamp.
Yeah. Plus, also Swamp is green pendant for what it's worth, so there is a little bit of extra value for the back as well. And yeah, now Thalane doesn't have to. He doesn't have to hover the end game, and of course, always opens up Hookshot Cave as well.
Hammer dash. Goodbye.
Oh, did we?
Oh. So there.
Oh no! Oh no!
You can cancel that. You can cancel that. I had a clip. I have a clip on my. But you have to. I forgot what you have to. Yes, and now you have to cancel. No.
How do you cancel this? How do you cancel that? Like, can you?
I forgot again, but you can. I think you have to like mash the boots button or something something like that. I forgot again.
That is extremely unfortunate. Probably more tilting mentally than anything else. Like, yes, it is a time loss. It's not great. Maybe about a minute-ish. You have to come back to Pod and then do whatever you did in Shooter Room again. I mean, like I understand that for casual boost modes, especially, it can be on the shorter side. So yeah, a minute is pretty chunky. But it's I think it's the fact that we just had this happen, and hopefully Phyrie can just kind of put it behind him and move on. All right. Meanwhile, though, he checked North Dark World. Got the hook shot, as we kind of all saw, which is, again, a pretty big item. We're here in Thieves Town with the hammer, so he is going to be able to full clear out this dungeon. We see Phyrie not messing with the hammer at all this time. Yeah. And it looks like at least from...
Yeah, I was about to say that gave a lot of time to the lane, obviously. But, you know... It happens. It does.
Have to
shake it off and just continue.
Yeah, and again, like there are things that unexpectedly come up. Sometimes you can. I don't know if for probably more advanced modes like Randomizer or like POS or something, we've seen things despawn, like keys, for example, which is very rare, but it can happen. At the end of the day, we're just still playing a game. And good news for Phyrie, of course, is that this is a best of 3 series. If something does happen to him in this game too, he does have a third game for redemption.
Exactly.
I don't know if we actually got anything in the front of Pod or Thieves Town for that matter. I hadn't seen anything of note other than small keys. That's not even notable. ₹20, also not notable.
Yeah. So we're really looking for those mids, and it's looking pretty good that they're gonna be in Swamp. But there could also be just a lamp, and then the mids in the backhand Pod, or something like that.
Yeah, so we might be on potential medallion hunt for Go mode. Well, we'll see. Because Turtle Rock's a crystal, so we're gonna need at least one medallion for that. But the good news is, of course, we have both rods already, which, of course, especially that ice rod, can be pretty looming. Of course, we're gonna do some Aria as well. Some way to get into desert, but once we get the myths, that should be trivial.
Yeah.
Other than that, looks like we're only a handful of items left.
We're gonna have to talk about a medallion at some point. Since we haven't found any. So let's see this mini hammer. Sorry, on the subway. Yeah.
On the subway, 10 arrows. Not worth riding home about, unfortunately. Alright, Thief Stone looks like it was full of items that we did not need.
So I think if I would be the lane here, I think I would do a little bit of a different route here. I think I would go south, obviously. Or like check the rest in village and then go south. And when I'm at K45, I think I would flute to 5, check out pod, and if the mids are not there, then I'm gonna start at the Dark World portal and Link's house, check Hype Cave, and if it's not there, I'm gonna go into Swamp.
Perfect. No, no pyramid, no pyramid for you, no pyramid catfish.
I mean, you could fly to 5 any time, and you can do it after Swamp. I think like at this point, Swamp with having 6 items and the green pendant is just too likely to have. It doesn't even need to be mids, right? It just could be a medallion that you need or a kind of Samaria.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. I would assume like mids would be there, since that's just the next item that is gonna free up the world.
Yeah, mids would give us certainly access to the lanes, home away from home, Ice Palace, also very fitting for summer, and of course the rest of Dark Death Mountain. We also, of course, the Mire area access as well. Let's say it's necessarily like half the game. It's maybe like a third, fourth. I mean, it's a very good chunk of the game. Nothing in dig game, just a heart piece that we really don't need any more health for. It does look like, yeah, Phyrie has blue mail from Hype Cave, and 10 hearts. These, if you cut the maximum health probably down to like 5 or 6, I think these guys will still be fine.
Yeah. I mean, Phyrie is probably like if there's nothing going to be turning out on Helma, I think we're gonna go Eastern next.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, he could still do like Thieves and Skull Woods, but he's right there.
Yeah. I'm also seeing, by the way, we're gonna get red mail, assuming Phyrie also goes to Stumpy because Flame also got blue mail from there. We're gonna continue onwards. This looks like probably just like a loop, or I'm sorry,
yeah.
We're gonna do an arc to pod.
He was about to go to Swamp. I was like, I should probably check Hype first. That's why I would have liked him to see go into the pod rather early, just to be sure that he has done his crystal. But in the end, it's all good.
Yeah. All right. Master Sword for thalane, and then some very nice chest turns. Phyrie though, inside the Helma fight. Very upbeat boss music. I approve.
Okay, looks like we are going, in fact, towards port now. On the lane side.
Bo Helma also very much approving.
Very good, very good. So maybe runners are stepping in each other tracks for a moment.
Yeah. And I'm not really sure if I saw anything very useful in pod, other than that this was just a crystal that we're gonna get, at least from Phyrie side early.
Yeah, no, I think it was just a crystal. A red boomerang, I guess.
It is certainly a very, very useful item. Don't get me wrong. It is probably not the progression opener that we were all hoping to be. Looks like the fire is going to run out of pods, so this might be a pyramid catfish?
Pretty sure that's that, because there's nothing else that you would check like this. But that means like it is additionally harder to go to Graveyard Ledge. Specifically if you're gonna find those mids here somewhere. Like for Phyrie, I think finding the correct medallion, whatever it is, for a TR or a Cane of Samaria here would be great.
Yeah, and I've certainly seen people do Graveyard Ledge like on the way to Catfish, like from Pyramid. The problem is that you need a hook shot in order to hook over to Graveyard Ledge, and if the hook shot isn't Graveyard Ledge, you cannot follow that arrow on the grass.
Yeah.
And get.
And if you have mids, right? Like you will do King's Tomb like
by
earlier,
itself,
more or
right?
less. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna do see like a nice mushroom turn in alongside going onwards to Catfish.
Yeah, this is an area that might be on the waiting list for a longer time for the lane, because I think after this is gonna be just Swamp Palace for the lane, unless he wants to check out Eastern, I guess.
That's true. The lane also did kind of delay pod on his side.
Yeah.
I won't say like much later, but like 2 dungeons later, right? Versus Phyrie. So that maybe gives him a bit more incentive to hoist Eastern higher on the priority list, because we kind of have fewer things to go check out.
Yeah, makes sense. So let's see, what is Catfish having?
Any good loot today?
Sure.
Well,
logic.
Well, yeah. Wish we had that lamp before we went to pod.
It's crazy that like logical progression is on Catfish and on Graveyard Ledge, but there's nothing on pod.
Yeah.
Like you as a runner, you feel so betrayed when you see that. Like that has nothing. Like the odds are completely in the opposite direction. But yeah, that's random for you.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
You know,
yeah.
if the lane found the lamp and Phyrie found the hookshot, right? Like if the items were vice versa, then we would probably sit here and say, "Oh, how is the lane gonna get back to that hookshot for now?"
Exactly. Yeah. My guess is also maybe Phyrie wanted to go to pod first so he can try and find Mist before entering Skull and Thieves, like quicker, versus having to go all the way around.
Yeah, makes sense.
That could be
makes
another
sense.
reason to.
I think that the downside just is that you have to either commit to Eastern or forfeit Eastern for an extended time, because you're gonna not be there for a moment.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially with the mirror, that's another maybe consideration. That, well, if I'm already here a pod, do I just mirror over to Eastern, or do I have to come back even later? And again, like, it's Pen and Eastern. It's not great. The last item might be on the boss. You might have to be a vanilla Biki. Like, there are some pretty hefty time commitments especially for a mode that you may not have that much time to give up to your opponent. Yeah, Incoherent, I also saw that too. I was like, I didn't know that the rope hook could just get pushed and shoved all the way to the other side. Okay, what was the other? Okay, the other 5/6 crystal is Ice Palace, so we still have probably a decent shot at Pyramid Fairy to go have something, because the other 5/6 crystal is only myth locked. Well, potentially it might be a little bit slower, of course, without Samaria, but it's not so like out of range where we're just basically gonna run it off. Now, Phyrie here in Skullwoods, a little bit better equipment than what the lane had, in that he has a sword upgrade. Didn't really see the lane using the sword all that much because it was the hammer, but we had a little bit still safer, just in case if we need to panic and then spam our B button for a bit.
Alright, another more filler fight, but with a blue and a couple more hearts. A little more relaxed, but still want to obviously like quickly end the fight. Very good. Meanwhile, in the lane, about to enter Helmasaur in Dark Pot.
Alright, Phyrie remembering that he needs a Darkscore Potkey. Or not Darkscore, West Lobby Potkey. Just to make Skullwood's routing a little bit easier. I think we just see the item, Pop Prison or something like that, pretty early, so at least we don't have to do the rest of the front of Skullwoods. Save some time.
Yeah.
Alright, Helma down for the lane. That is crystal number 5 already. 4? 4, yes. Okay, I can count.
Yeah, it's a Force Crystal, and
Yes.
and now we're more or less... I mean, Mids would give us another one in Desert, and Mids and
And Ice
Pain.
Palace? Mm-hmm.
And Ice, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ice Palace too, right. Wait, Phyrie, that was the second item, no? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. we realize it's all good. Alright, thalane also running out of pod, which makes me think that he wants to go do Pyramid Catfish Mushroom as well.
So, okay, so both runners are surprisingly finding the other item the other one found rather early.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, I guess that bumper cave from game 1, like, both gave it to them.
probably had a little bit of a very topical reminder that bumper ledge, even if you don't have the cape, you should probably check it.
Well, you don't want to lose twice because of that check.
Exactly, yeah. So I guess all the said and done, Phyrie has Thief's Town left to do that the lane has over him. And then so after Catfish and Mushroom, these guys are going to be in a fairly similar position as to what they would like to do that is the most appealing, relatively speaking.
Yeah, but Phyrie hasn't done these, and that's the main difference. Like, all the time losses that Phyrie had with, like, you know, Pod and you know, going just a little bit more of an inefficient route here and there, makes it so that you see the entire difference in, like, one entire crystal dungeon. And Thief's Town is not a slow dungeon. Like, it is very linear, but it just takes some time to go through the
for
dungeon.
sure. Mm-hmm.
It's not a desert. It's not a I don't know, Skull Woods where you just rush to the back and that's it.
Very nice quick fish by thalane. This is one of those tricks for NMG that thalane is extremely consistent on somehow. So it's actually not it's actually literally a hitbox. There are corners for where you can actually throw the rock in, and that can save you a little bit of time. You don't have to always go directly in the center.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like Phyrie's gonna check the rest of the village before Thieves. Doesn't make too much difference. We know that there's no real value.
Yeah, and he's then going south, doing digging game, and then K45 Stumpy, and then Swamp Palace.
Yeah. All right, but we're gonna get a head start here on the lane side to enter in Swamp Palace. Probably also another reason to delay Swamp is age-old question: whether it's a pen or not. You want to do left side? Probably, honestly, we might put it off until the end.
Honestly, I don't like that. Like, that's just a minor thing, but I don't like that the lane had to or flew to 5, because, like, 5 is like a good starting point, right? So I wish I would have seen him, like, do Agina and save and quit, or even do Spike Cave, for example, which we still have open.
Oh,
that Mothula gave us that blue cane. We have 3 bottles, so that's definitely in logic, just for the efficiency, I guess. But then, you know, he's also 1-0 behind, so you might just want to, you know, cut the corners at some point and just, you know, go to Swamp. Getting a compass in the first chest is wonderful. You love to see that.
Yeah, exactly. I guess there's also maybe another question of, let's just say you pick up a piece of progression, right? Like, you pick up the cane, for example.
Which is horrible in that moment.
Well, yeah,
Like,
but
if
right,
your
but I'm
first
just saying,
had
like, do you
missed, like, what do you
continue?
do? Do you continue for a
Exactly,
medallion after the
exactly.
game?
Yeah. I mean, like, we might be here just for the long haul regardless. Like, especially if there's also a green pendant at the end of Argus as well to be able to turn in. So, yeah. Yeah, these decisions, what we have left beyond what we had already done, which is clear our fully clearable crystal dungeons, there are a lot more trade-offs that you might have to go do. For example, if you do Spike Cave, like, that's great. It's essentially a one-off at this point, and it's not a
Oh
short
my
check. Do
god,
you see
this
map and
swamp
compass?
palace.
Oh, yuck. Well, I guess we're gonna just go to the back. No left side quite yet. We don't have the big key, which is another reason that we want to potentially do left side if we come back and re-enter
Is
the
this the
dungeon.
kind of seed where we're about to get Mitz, Kane, and a medallion, but it's the wrong one, and then we
Yeah, I
mirror
don't know,
out, and the
dude.
correct one is left side?
And we're gonna be sad. Alright, our first item is 5 rupees. Half
Ooh, half
magic.
magic.
Not so bad.
Another little bit of a hint towards Spike Cave in my book.
Yeah, alright, we'll see.
But there's the Mitz, okay.
Hey,
That was the one big
who
item.
guessed that? Who guessed the Mistborn Swamp Palace? Was that Lana?
Okay, so at least in this one, you could have not missed the hookshot at all. You could have gotten it very late, like even after a swamp dip. But that swamp dip that you could have potentially have without hookshot might pay out if there's another good item on left side, and you have to double dip that way. Because I don't really see the lane going back in here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. There are 3 items, I want to say. Big chest.
Did we see Big Key yet?
then-
We don't know yet.
No, we
I
have
think
not
we didn't
seen.
see Big Key yet.
We have not seen Big Key, no.
It might be here on the boss, obviously.
True, yeah. Yeah,
But,
but
I
with Mitz,
think,
though, it opens up too much, right?
Yeah. It's opening a lot. And we get Desert Palace and Mire Shed and Checkerboard. That's 5 items. We get Ice Palace as a red crystal. That's 3 items in here. So maybe we go back, but I see a mirror already in Belane's hand.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Ice
mirror
Palace is having 3 items and an additional 2 behind the red bomb. 6 items on, or with Spike have even 7 items on Dark Death Mountain. That's a lot of items.
Yeah, that's a lot. And
Smith
left side
chain.
is, well, yeah, there are, oh yeah, Smith chain too, that's right.
But 3 items is not to underestimate here. Like this could still be, there could still be something as well, easily. Like the remaining stuff in Swamp has more items than Desert itself.
Yeah, good point. Now, the 3 items could be a higher incentive for Thalane to go back. Like, maybe it's not a good play right now in his eyes because there are better things to do.
I think Thalane is not gonna do that in a 1-0 situation. I think we're gonna go back there. I think this is due to being 1-0 down, and having to win this one. But maybe I'm wrong. I think leaving 3 items casually in Swamp is quite risky.
It is certainly it is a position. Yeah, it's a pretty strong position. Yeah, I mean, people are kind of debating on, there are only 2 items. Like, should I stay? Should I go? And then it's you kind of need some nerves in order to bypass 3 items. Yeah, but we will see.
Also, we saw that Bombos is needed to enter Pendant Mire, and Bombos, Ice Palace, Fire Rod. I mean, do I need to mention more?
No. We're just gonna go find Arcane there. Don't worry. Did we find item yet, by the way?
Yeah, we found the shield on the torch, so we're not gonna see your shield
get
today.
that shield.
And the other one seems to be on the boss.
Okay. Alright, so Thalane's gonna go after his 5th crystal. This is certainly probably one of the ones that doesn't really matter what kind of equipment you come in with. You're still gonna go and dash around back and forth a bit to get your small key, big key. I'm gonna assume that Thalane will also do Checkerboard and Nagina here as well.
Yeah, I mean, at least Checkerboard. I don't see him skipping Agina. I think we're gonna see both of them, and then maybe a save and quit towards the mountain, or just, you know, for full HP into Ice Palace? Because I know the lane is a very big Ice Palace believer.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I did expect him to go into ice like as soon as we got the myths, but
Yeah, but
we don't have the King of
understandable, right?
Samara. Yeah,
Yeah, but the lane is not the big,
that's fine.
like not the guy who is gonna be kept away by ice just because of kind of Samaria. It's just like the cane is the reason, but just because desert is not going to be faster at all, and we're never want to go into mire, so it's just better to flew to 6 this time, do all the stuff we have to do here, and hope that we never enter mire.
Oh yeah, for sure. I like how, by the way, the lane switched to regular wooden arrows, and then started using fire rod anyway. Want to see some NMG skills, man. We have the NMG runner Ravis getting an early 3 cycle using using the wooden arrows. So I mean,
One
surely
time.
Lane can.
Yeah.
One time is all you need.
So it's gonna be interesting to see if Phyrie is gonna take left side swamp early, maybe, or, you know, is even gonna continue.
Yeah, I would be pretty interested as well, is because Phyrie here is certainly from our vantage point, right, much later to the myths than the lane. But I don't know how he necessarily feels. If he feels a little bit behind, he feels still okay to be continuing to like kind of play his game a bit. And if we go again with 3 items left in Swamp Palace after clearing it, we're gonna go.
This looks like a full clear.
To the left. Yeah.
This looks like a full clear. So we're gonna see that left side at least.
Right, but is he gonna come back for the 1 check and the big chest afterwards? Because we know the big key's on Argus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't. Alright, this is going to be Ice Palace for the lane.
Yeah, certainly don't let the cane deter you from going into Ice Palace. It might just be more of a deferment, because, like, we've seen very frequently that not frequently, but it's not uncommon for the cane of Samara just to be here.
Yeah, and again, you have 2 items at Pyramid Ferry too, so as long as the coaster is not key locked, or even if it is, like, you can just still find a medallion, you know, behind it and at the red bomb. So it's just an item play, 5 items behind the entrance of Ice Palace, if you want to call it like that.
Alright, so Phyrie's gonna come up to left side swamp. We know that there are 2 items here. We'll see what the lane has left behind. If it is something major. Yeah.
So that's just a hard container.
And 50 rupees. So far, looks like a good skip for the lane. 1 more item outstanding that we're not sure if Phyrie's even gonna get. He has to come back.
I'm not sure if he's even gonna finish the boss here. I can see him just, you know.
Oh, you mean just leaving after myths? Really?
Yeah.
In Waterfall?
It would be 1 item on the boss and green pendant. It's not that much.
Yeah, and Argus is not fast. Like, you still have to go all the way to Phelps Way and then go kill the boss and blah blah blah. Alright, nice IPPJ on the lane side. Good thing, because we don't really have that many bombs to our name. So, and again, while I believe the lane can hover, it's not one of those things that I think he really wants to do on demand.
So this big chest might stay an enigma here, depending on what Phyrie is gonna do.
For sure, yeah. It is non-trivial in order to come back into the dungeon and go get the big chest. Certainly faster than coming into left side swamp, but still.
No, and the lane hasn't turned in green pendant yet, as far as I know.
Yeah, he hasn't been over there. My guess is maybe he wants to wait until making a decision about Eastern.
Yeah, it looks like Phyrie is going to the boss, so we might get the big chest.
Certainly he's just hoping that the last item is just here on Argus. We know, of course, that the game is not that kind. Alright, that is 50 rupees in Ice Palace. One more rupee. We could have just gotten it from the top of one of the pots in the map chest to get the elitist of rupee counts.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait for another one.
Well, how did he miss there? Crazy Argus puffs. Just dodging all the hooks.
Oh, we have to go to Ice Tea and Ice? If. Alright. Little bit of precarious Argus Phase 2. But
Yep.
we do finish the boss. Grab the green pendant.
We're leaving the big chest in here?
We are leaving. We are leaving.
Nah.
That is one of the downsides of doing left side early. If you didn't have the big key quite yet. But here we go. One item in Swamp that may or may not be needed.
I mean, that has to be last location for Phyrie. For thalane, maybe not, because it's 3 items in Swamp. I did not see if we got both keys and ice, but I guess we're gonna find out rather soon. Okay, chat's saying that there's no key on cold. We're gonna get it confirmed in a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not quite the greatest of cold stare cooperation, but we have half magic fire rod. We can just slash and burn.
Yeah, just the map
we
here.
have-
So red bomb
we
can
got
have the Cane of
nothing.
Samaria. But even if the Cane of Samaria would come up, right, like that wouldn't open up anything right now, because we can't even get in the mire or in TR.
Yeah.
And
no
if we can get in
medallion.
the TR, we're in go mode. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so hopefully we're gonna find Samaria before anything else. Because as you said, that's the most ideal scenario. We find Samaria, doesn't open us anything, and then once we get our one entry, and then we're just in medallion go mode. Which
I think I mean, I think you just hope that, I don't know, Turtle Rock is ether and you never just find bombos. Then it's like it doesn't matter what you find first. But in the end, Rando's gonna do what Rando's gonna do. But the lane is gonna show us the TR medallion rather quick, and I think that's the correct play to do, because you might find the Cane of Samaria somewhere, but you
yeah,
still
it could just be in
might
Hookshot Cave. Yeah.
And then you still need some medallion, and you might find a medallion, but it's the wrong one. When you know which one you need, then just better for like your go mode situation. So I'm not too mad about like him going here first before going to Pyramid Ferry. But that could still backfire. And there's the other sword.
Okay.
So,
No bumper ledge needed today.
Yeah.
Pretty
confirmed,
free
no
tempered.
bumper ledge.
I'm not really sure even if they had the cape at the time that they would have done bumper cave. Like maybe. I mean maybe like at that point it's a worthwhile investment.
Yeah.
But we kind of see now that we really don't need it.
That's a shovel.
Nice shovel. Nice shovel. I love fetch quests when we're already on the mountain.
Wow. A big ol' nothing. So we're gonna go check the medallion and do Spy Cave, I assume? And it's
Yeah.
Quake. Quake for GR. So I think the next stop is going to be Smith Chain or Eastern Palace. Or maybe the Green Pendant?
Spy cave?
Yeah, after Spy Cave, I mean.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I imagine we're gonna turn in the green pendant at some point. Like going back to Swamp might be higher on the lane's priority list because there are 3 items over there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the
I
problem
think
is
maybe
the
Smith
lane.
Chain.
I think for the lane, it might be Eastern, or like Green Pendant and Eastern, or Eastern and the Green Pendant.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need 2 items anyway, right? Like you're gonna full clear an area.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna check all the items in Eastern. We're probably not going to finish the dungeon if there's not an item on the boss. Because Quake could still be on the pedestal, I guess, but for now, I think we're just gonna. Well, we're doing Green Pendant first. Also fine. And that's just bombs.
Yep. So, not need to go and beat. Well, we don't need to go get the Green Pendant tournament for Argus, but yeah.
Yeah,
Quick
maybe you checked the
Medallion on
wrong.
pedestal.
Maybe the lane checked the wrong reward he got from Argus.
Alright, so we're at the hour mark, and we're checking Sphere 0, Eastern Palace. Always a great feeling if you've left something here behind.
Not only Sphere 0, we were at Pod earlier. We could have checked Eastern afterwards. But decided to do Pyramid and to Catfish. Get Cane Dash, let's go. I like to see that.
Alright, the lane is ready to leave. After Kane Samaya right here.
Oh, there's
Not
the
quite.
cave. Look at that. I mean, Kane alone is not enough. I think you're just gonna continue to see if the second item is here.
Yeah. I would have to imagine. We have to. It would be nice if we can get something for what it's worth. Like,
well, something
at least
in the
one
form
item.
of not being a bait bomb boss. Or a bait book, you know, like if they find something, then there has to be something behind that. I don't want to find anything that, you know, leads me just to more bad things.
More
then I could
pendant
just
dungeons? Yeah,
Eastern
yeah.
and then never had that book or that bomb boss.
Exactly. Yeah, book would be pretty inconvenient. Just because, well, we don't really. Well, maybe the lane's okay with doing Bombo's tablet check because he hasn't done purple chest yet. So that can be something. But then if you're already in Dark World there, maybe you need to combine it with Left Side Swamp.
Yeah.
It's like, eek.
I mean, this is all theory, right? Like we're gonna need one of these items somewhere here first, but I think we're just gonna find that cane and that Quake medallion rather soon. Like I don't think there's gonna be big stuff behind, in between.
All right. So in Eastern, we found Cape, which we know we don't need. 10 arrows, and then I guess we're just hoping that the last item's here in Bicky Chest, and then we can go. Now, otherwise, we're gonna make another decision about. I'm gonna assume that the lane's just gonna beat Eastern, if the last item's on the boss. Okay, we got a mirror ready. It is 3 bombs.
Yeah.
Eastern is not our answer.
Yeah.
Alright, this looks like gearing up to be Smith Chain.
Has to be. I mean, there's nothing else here.
Maybe he wants to celebrate this.
I was about to say that. No, not gonna happen.
I would be questioning who is behind this controller if the lane
absolutely. I would be leaning towards like the lane gave the street team to someone, or someone else beat up the lane and then played for him. I don't know.
Yeah. Alright, but at least in this case we have the mirror, we got the flute, like, this Smith Chain's not getting any faster. It's not bad necessarily because we get hammer pegs as well. But again, these things do take a little bit of time to do. And right now we're just looking for anything that will get us into something.
There's no bombos here, right? There's no bombos. Okay.
Our container, no.
Like, I'm getting very slowly bombos vibes for some reason.
Well, that's because the bombos will actually just lead us to more pendant dungeons, and
yeah, but like
the game just does that naturally for us.
Okay, that's the good medallion. So this is not going to be a pedestal seat. No Vidi today. No Armos Knights today.
Yeah, so Kana Samari Go mode, always really cool to see.
This is either
Where is this game?
purple chest or swamp big chest?
We're not going to Dark World, so no swamp quite yet. It's not on a purple chest. So yeah, we have Swamp Big Chest that we haven't seen yet. We got Pyramid Fairy that we haven't seen yet.
Oh, Pyramid Fairy, yeah.
We
Oh,
have
shovel.
Check, yes, that we haven't seen yet. Joss, I think we already got all the items in Eastern, so
I think
should
about
not be
talking
on,
about
yeah.
ice armors here.
Oh, Ice Armos, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Technically, not the correct statement from my side. Joss is right there.
Yeah. Alright. Also, no Tempered Sword from Super Bunny for Phyrie, so we're gonna have to try and use this hammer.
And this is red bomb
This
for
looks
the
like Pyramid Fairy for,
Yeah.
Lane.
But other than that, I don't think we have anything left. Would be kind of funny to see the bombos now and then can still be in swamp.
Dude,
Because I think it doesn't.
Swamp Big Chest.
I think it really doesn't matter right now. I think thalane just is simply ahead because
Well, yeah.
he's not gonna do left side at all if swamp big chest is the best thing from our knowledge.
Yeah. But I was thinking, like, if it is Swamp Big Chest, oh my gosh, like, Phyrie, like, that is just ultra punishment for wanting to do, like, clear out Swamp, and then just happens to not want to go back for one item, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Phyrie still needs Quake, which is not too far away, I guess.
And we still have to do Smith Chain?
Oh no.
We did not find anything in Pyramid Fairy, right?
No.
Okay. So it has to be Swamp Big, is that correct?
I think so.
Okay.
But I mean, that is a little bit of a fluff because it's actually faster to go from.
Is it faster to run from Pyramid?
I'm calling out Telethar if it's not.
Okay.
And that's my source. And Gamma.
Oh well, those guys are pretty reliable.
Yeah.
They run spoiler, so. All right. Well, yeah.
They told me once, or I think Gamma told me once at least, that if you have done Aga and you want to do Swamp because you just found, you know, the mirror to enter Swamp, then and you're in the dark world, it's just better to save and quit and start from the pyramid ledge.
Pyramid? Okay. Interesting.
As long as obviously like you play well, like towards the hammer packs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if Bombos is in the big chest, then the lane could actually do left side here.
Oh, true. Like King could be Meyer.
You're kind of forced to, yeah.
Alright, this is gonna be green pennant turning for Phyrie. The lane is almost there. To big chest, which we are eagerly awaiting. Hopefully what will be the Cane of Samaria. It could be also book, for what it's worth as well, right? That could
Absolutely,
be... Yeah.
Nope.
Hey! It's the Cane of Samaria! Woohoo! That is go mode for Thalane, hour 8. Probably feels pretty good. With some caveats, right? Like, we did do Eastern for nothing. This is, I think, technically last location for Thalane. Other than maybe, like, Swamp left side, like you could have done it the first time. But, again, he made some very good calls early. Like, got the hook shot early from Graveyard Ledge. And was very efficient about full clearing.
Yeah.
But again, you also don't really know where your opponent is, right?
Yeah, and also he just played all the screens really well. Sure, there's like some minor hiccups here and there, but that mostly happens to everybody.
Yeah. We did get a little bit bullied on some screens, right? Like we almost died at Moth. Well, sorry, we almost used our Fairy at Moth. We almost used our Fairy checking bumper ledge. Maybe that's why they didn't want to check it early to begin with. Yeah, but we still have to go look for the big key in Turtle Rock. Shouldn't probably be too big. It's gonna take a little bit of extra time though than otherwise like completely go moding the dungeon.
Yeah, I mean this is you know, Red Mail and Tempered Sword, like these runners are gonna be Gucci, half magic additionally. Like they have all the goods besides silvers maybe.
Yeah, and if I don't really think Thalane's going to check for probably do anything extra for silvers. Like we'll certainly open up a bunch of things as we go in Turtle Rock and GT looking for the respective big keys, but I think anything after that is silvers will save you what, like 30 seconds on Ganon, maybe a little bit incrementally in GT, like with Lamos 2 or something. But,
I mean the 30 seconds only count if you get like 4 perfect triples and like the opening spin, maybe getting a double in there. Like I would consider it like 40 or 45, maybe 50 seconds, because like most people are just not. Like, sure, you get like 3 or 4 triples, but like you don't always get the double triple at the beginning before, you know, lighting the torch.
Okay. A trackable ether medallion in Turtle Rock. We know we don't need that. Maybe he'll use it in like Southwell's room or something if he wants to leave in GT. Yeah, but in this case, it's gonna be quite the distance between Thalane and Phyrie. And again, like there are some things where it's like, oh yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that you found, like for this case, like Phyrie found the hammer after he already went up the mountain, so he had to go up another time to get his pearl, right? And there's gonna be other things that was like, well, that's an unfortunate sequence of events. But then also, the decision to do left side first in Swamp was just also kind of punishing for Phyrie. Because he probably would, if he just waited and gone in and done left side together with Big Chess, like he probably still would have done left side anyway, but at least he would have gotten like the Cane of Samaria with him.
Yeah, by the way, this is not the correct spot to dig, but okay, yeah, okay. Good.
I think he probably realized that.
He's probably taken it a little bit with a laugh.
Yeah,
At this point, after the things that happen, and he's still missing 2 items. They probably knows that, you know, if the lane completely screwed up and more or less went the same way he did, is probably ahead here. But you know, having won game 1, that's making him comfortable to have like at least a game 3. So you just play your game and see what's happening.
Exactly. That's really all you can do, right? And in a mode, especially for casual boots, when there's really just a handful of items, like, I don't know, 20, 30 major items kind of shuffled into the pool, like, in the world, right? And all the dungeon items are shuffled within their own dungeons. Like, there's not a lot of variation, decision points that you can do to kind of make yourself, to make a notable difference. So, Randomizer has a lot more variance in that regard. Alright, this is going to be Phyrie's Quake Medallion, very, very shortly, after he turns in the Smith. He'll still do Purple Chest, he'll still, do Hammer Pegs as we're seeing now. What does he have left? Like, would you run
go into Eastern?
down? He does not go into Eastern, you're right, you're right.
I mean, the good thing is he's never going to visit Meyer.
That's true. That's true. We still have yet to find the Bombos medallion. Probably GT at this point.
Yeah, I would say so.
Or I guess maybe Laser Bridge. I assume we have skipped Laser Bridge.
At this point, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's the Quake, and you know, Phyrie's got. I mean, it doesn't make any difference for him, like to not have the cane, because like he would have been in go mode now, and as we see, like the lane is already more or less done with TR, unless.
Okay, everything's fine. Don't worry. Right. Oh, look, I have it on record that you are literally not able to die if you have red mail on.
That is a myth.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I can prove it wrong. But yeah, solidified for the lane. Okay, and this
Yeah,
is
very, very
unfortunately
solid.
going to be Eastern, which makes total sense because it's Eastern versus Swamp Big, I think, for him.
Yeah, yeah. And again, that's also one of the dangers, right? Of leaving one item like behind in a location, as is you just have zero incentive to want to go back to it because you'll have other locations that are more than one. Especially with Swamp as well, is just such a trek to get back in. Once you leave the area, because you gotta redrain the water, you gotta enter the Dark World again. Maybe Phyrie is willing to wait for the book, hopefully, to make another decision about Big Chest and Swamp. But yeah, sometimes this is just what ends up happening. You make one check in the entire game, quote unquote, and then, well, that's just the one that ends up punishing you. Which again, I have to tell all these rando runners, right? When you're deciding to race and play this game, try to only skip things that you don't need. Don't skip the checks that you do need. Okay? It's a very good way to like win the game or win the race.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the skills that are not in my inventory.
Well,
I'd rather be a slow traveler through the world and see every spot that's possible. But yeah, in general, obviously, like in oh, there's the big hill at 5. So
easy.
this is even gonna be an easy sub 130. Like I thought we were gonna be closer to obviously above 120, but like this is gonna be like a 120, 122, 123, maybe a little bit higher.
Yeah, kind of maybe see if we end up getting silvers or not as part of the climb. But yeah, just the climb itself with tempered, and like for Ganon as well. The lane right now probably is on autopilot.
So Phyrie about to get the bad message that this time it's his last location.
Yeah. It is a pretty, and again, like he didn't have to be punished this hard, right? It was just one check out of the 3 in Swamp Palace that. Maybe could have been debatable or to be deferred, and again, didn't have to be the one that Phyrie couldn't get.
Are we finishing? I was about to say, like, are we
gonna go for pedestal?
In like, yeah, I was about to say, like, we have Quake already. But yeah, I mean, you kind of know that it should be over. Like, you try and play. There might be a tile room gamble coming in, something like that. But you more or less know this is probably gonna end up in game 3. In Phyrie's position, simply.
I'm actually kind of curious to see, like, if Argus was not green pendant, for example, just a regular pendant, like, would you have left after mids? You could continue to keep going?
I mean, the question is, do you maybe do left side first and the lanes for case and say, I don't know about big chest. It's just one item. Could be on the boss, could be in the big chest. I don't know.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
That.
Right.
But it really didn't matter, right? Like the lanes route was so efficient that he just naturally came back to Swamp at some point.
Yeah, three items back in Swamp is, again, like, it's not something I think most people would skip.
Yeah, but he didn't have anything in the end anyway, so it was like it didn't matter if it's 3.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying that there's a little bit higher incentive maybe for the lane to want to come back. But yeah, we've already passed through the gauntlet, flying through, and this is definitely gearing up to be looking like game 3. Another 20 rupees. Man, we are so.
We are really looking for silvers here. What a scrap!
Well, we didn't even do left chest though. Oh, we didn't do right chest in Mini Helma.
Yeah, that would have been too much. That would have been actually saying like I kind of need silvers. Like the other 2 and this one, these are on the way. Like we can kind of accept them, but even though it's like you wouldn't expect that from an NMG runner like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just smack talking here a little bit just for the Fonzies, and the lane obviously knows what this is meant.
We do have a lot of checks open still in the world for where silvers can be. Like, it doesn't have to be accessible necessarily, right? Like, Bombos could have been in GT Basement, and then silvers could have been in Mire, right?
Oh yeah. Could be bow and stick or twine and stick on pedestal.
On pedestal, yeah, absolutely. So I mean, just from my perspective, it's a little bit less incentivized then to look for silvers, just because it seems like the possibilities are pretty low that they're going to be on your path. But then again, we only skipped one check, and it was.
I mean, with that in mind, like silvers are always like silvers are always if with that argument, like silvers are always like not valuable to check, right? Like, because if you have only 2 locations when it's where it could be, then it's 50% chance, but every location more makes it more unrealistic.
Exactly.
But them being in GT is very high likely, so why not upstairs, I guess.
Okay, that's also fair. I mean,
but you might just give away like what every chest costs like 2 seconds or whatever, or 3 seconds, depending on how much you have to like walk, right?
Move, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like if you lose by 5 seconds, you're gonna ask yourself afterwards, did I really need to check those chests for silvers though?
Alright, nice 1-1 by thalane. We're gonna find out shortly where the silvers actually are, or at least the proximity.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Ganon stops moving, he's definitely getting his exercise for the day as well. My tower. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably. Well, it could have Mini Helmo left. Right. That's the only thing we didn't see upstairs. More likely though is somewhere in the basement, like Rando Room or Ice Armos. Big
hilarious. Chest, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, a couple more spins. I think it's 6 more or 7 more. No, we're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As long as thalane finishes his fight, doesn't walk off the bridge, we will be gearing up for game 3. TBD time. It's a good thing because I believe thalane actually made a prediction bracket for this tournament, and he has himself winning, so it would be
does he? I think
quite good. Yes, he does. Alright, big GG's to thalane. He will take on game 2, and then we will be waiting for a game 3.
No, wait, no. You got it wrong.
Huh?
Gem and thalane got it vice versa.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Thalane has himself going to the finals. Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Big GG's to Phyrie, by the way, as well. Looks like they have called it quits for today. Very understandable. With where the Canis Maria was, I would not be surprised if they just were watching the race room to see when the lane finishes.
Who also joined us just now in the commentators box. GG, thalane.
Hello, GG's.
Hello, GG's.
Nice time finish. 122, 22, 22. That's like, I don't know how you can actually do that without trying.
I can see every frame. That's how my brain works.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
We're also joined by Phyrie. GG's.
GG's.
Hey, GG's.
Sorry about Canis Maria.
Yes.
So I mean there were quite a number of divergence points, but I guess like so thalane, when he went to Swamp, he just did the back, like he went to Argus, got the big key, and got mitts, and then left with 3 items. Didn't do left side, and then eventually came back to do left side Swamp. I think was probably last location for you, thalane.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And then Phyrie, unfortunately, you just did left side, and then you didn't go back in for the big chest. So it was also last location, but it has some potential to be pretty different.
Yeah, I almost hesitated to go back inside, and it's like, No. That would be too few items. There's certainly nothing there.
The problem really was that mids were right there, so you kind of didn't want to go back in anyway.
Yeah. Because that
Like
opened desert, that opened ice, that opened everything.
Yeah, if it wasn't mids, I think this would have been a lot faster, probably on both ends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got mids, and then whole tracker went green, and then I even thought, man, killing Argus here is just such a waste of time. And then turns out it wasn't. I guess so good for me.
Yeah. I went to Argus because I was thinking maybe he's not doing that. I was hoping you didn't find hookshot before going to Swamp. So that you did the left side and then that you didn't want to do Argus afterwards.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I was very thorough, so I full cleared everything basically. Went to Graveyard Ledge right after Skullwoods, and then continued to Thieves Town and so on.
Yeah.
So I was prepared, I guess.
Also, Phyrie, there's a solution for the permanent dash cycle when you're like you hammer dashed and pot through that door, right? And
Oh, yeah.
when going to the shooter room, and then you got in that loop. You can't cancel that. I don't know 100% anymore how that works, because it literally happened to me like 6 years ago, and I have a clip of that on my channel, and someone told me how, and I think it was like switching items or like holding a different input or something like that. But it is possible to just cancel that.
Then I have to
For you, then that he had to save and quit there then, because it was a constant like walk or dashing up with a hammer, up and down the stairs.
I think I'm going to stop dashing with the hammer in stairs.
Kind of like when you dash out of Mimic Cave with a hammer dash, right? But there the mirror portal stops you, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So do you guys have a plan for game 3?
It's probably gonna be on Sunday, right? I think you are not available tomorrow.
Maybe in the evening, but I'm not certain, so...
Okay. I mean, we can also do it... like, we can see tomorrow if you're available, then we can just play tomorrow. Otherwise, let me see on Sunday. I mean, we can talk in the race room, I guess. There's no need for all the people to listen. Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's probably gonna be on Sunday, though. We'll see.
Yeah, most likely Sunday. And yeah, you know what? If you don't have anything on Sunday, let's plan it on Sunday.
Yeah, I have time until 3 p.m. European time, right? So we should start at like 1 p.m. at the latest. If that works for you.
Yeah, we can even start in the morning if you want to have more time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we can talk tomorrow, and then we'll find out.
Perfect.
Okay. But yeah, thank you guys for commentating. Thank you for the race. And also, I think we have a tracker, so thank you for that as well. And yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the race. Sorry, Klimaus, for not answering before the race about the pronunciation.
No worries, no worries. It was very, very tight. So we just called you Phyrie the entire time. I hope that was correct.
I think that's correct.
Okay, sounds great.
I mean, I'm pretty certain that every language has its own pronunciation, so that's fine. And yeah, thanks for the cast, so commentators, the tracker, and just to bring that, I told you were not useless before the race. See?
Nah, I mean, I was just joking anyway.
Yeah.
But thank you. All right. See you on Sunday.
See you on Sunday.
Yeah.
GG again.
GG's.
Yeah, GG's guys, and I'm just looking at the schedule ahead. We have 2 more matches on the schedule In I think it is in 7 hours. It's Gentleman versus Koi at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and then 2 hours later, Hitman versus Ahab, also both on this very channel that you're watching right now. Otherwise, there are more races tomorrow and upcoming for next week. Thank you, everybody who made this possible here. Clemos, I think you can have the final words for this.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Ravis, for being available on such short notice, and of course, bring a smile to it. Awesome job on tracking, like everything was perfect, and I looked down constantly to make sure that we had everything. So thank you so much. And of course, yeah, Phyrie, thalane. Good luck on Sunday. Looking forward to the game 3. Hopefully, hopefully we'll have a good race and a good time. Really do appreciate you guys putting up such a wonderful time for all of us to be a part of. Yeah, and as Ravis said, I think there's one more race tonight, starting at 9 p.m. and then keep your eye on the schedule for more races this weekend. Until then, have a great rest of your afternoon.